Okay, so today's video, it's all about audio. Audio that's related to video, short shotgun microphones, those type of things. Not podcasts, we'll do that in another episode. But today's episode, we're going to be strictly doing Sennheiser microphones. And just so you know, all three of these microphones I've purchased with my own money. If that's not obvious, it's pretty obvious. I'm a super small channel, right? So anyway, okay, these are the three microphones right here. This is the Sennheiser MKE 600. Now this microphone can be powered two different ways. Unlike these two right here, these only can be powered one way with phantom power. This can be powered by a battery. There is a little battery slot here that you can pop out and put a AA battery. Now, the purpose of the AA battery is if you want to use a mirrorless camera that does not support phantom power. Well, there you go. You have this, and it's a really good microphone. Okay, next up, what we're going to test is the Sennheiser 416. The Sennheiser 416. Then last but not least, we're going to test the Sennheiser MKH 50. Those are the three microphones you're going to be hearing today. And this is not going to be scientific. This is not a super well-treated room, although we have address the echo in the room to the best of my ability at the moment. But if you do hear some echo, just remember it's not the fault of the microphones. It is the fault of the user. It's my fault, okay? So these are all great sounding microphones. These two particular microphones here are industry standards in filmmaking. This one also is an industry standard in voiceover acting and things like that. So, all right, first up, start from the cheapest to the more expensive. We're going to do the MKE 600. Okay, so this is the MKE 600. This microphone will run you about $330, and that's before taxes. So after everything's all said and done, it's probably a little bit more expensive than that. But this is the cheapest one out of all the microphones that I own right now. It's a great microphone. Like I said before, I would consider this an entry-level pro-consumer documentary run and gun type of microphone. It's really versatile because what you can do, like I showed you before, you can put a battery in here and you can run it with a mirrorless camera that does not support phantom power. That's the great thing about this. And it's excellent in sound. There are a few little caveats and cons to this microphone. It's a little bit more noisier, and it does require a little bit more power than something like the MKH 50. But right along the same lines when it comes to the 416, when it comes to gain, it's very similar to that. But I would say, being that it's not the 416 and it's probably not built, it's built pretty damn well, but it's just not the same as the 416. So it's a similar sound, but you do introduce a lot of self noise with this microphone. So this is the MKE 600. Okay, so now we are listening to the Sennheiser 416. This is $1,000 microphone. It's a great microphone. It's worth every penny. This is an industry standard microphone in filmmaking and voiceover. I don't know, probably a lot of people don't use it in voiceover anymore. I could be wrong. There's probably plenty of people that use this thing in voiceover. When I think of voiceover, I think of like the Newman and all those other great microphones that are still like the same price as this microphone, like $1,000, $2,000. But anyways, okay. This is a great microphone. It has a really great high-end presence. That's why a lot of people love this microphone, because of the presence that it has, and it's almost a perfect sounding microphone right out of the box. Now, don't get me wrong, every microphone probably needs a little bit of EQ here and there, but yes, great sounding microphone. Now, but there are caveats. There are issues with this microphone. Well, I wouldn't say with the microphone. It's probably issues. There can be issues with the way you use the microphone, so you have to be mindful. This is not a do-it-all microphone. As much as, the social media or the internet would make you believe, it's really not. And I'm speaking from experience, and I'm speaking from watching a bunch of other videos, okay? It's true. Yes, you can use this indoor, and it's perfect outdoors, but you can use it indoors. But the problem is, you really have to pay attention to what environment you're putting it in. If it's in a heavily reverby area, it's not going to sound very good, okay? You have to be mindful of that. I was the same way. Like, I didn't do my homework originally, hence why I have two different microphones. I have the MKH 50 and the 416. I wanted the 416 because that's what everyone has, right? That's what I thought everyone was using. So I get it here, and it just sounds terrible. And I'm thinking, oh man, there's something wrong with the microphone. No, there's nothing wrong with the microphone. There's something wrong with my space. And I'm just now getting it to a decent spot. It's not perfect. There's still a lot of reverb in this room. It's not as bad as it used to. So you will probably hear, every so often if I get too loud, it will sound a little weird. You'll start hearing that echo creep up into this microphone. So just be mindful. Don't waste $1,000. Pay attention to the environments that you're going to be putting them in, and treat your room. Once you treat your room, this microphone is going to sound amazing. Like, just doing a little bit I've done, this microphone has transformed the way it sounds, and it sounds true to what it should be sounding like. It sounds pretty damn good right now. But yet again, I know there's reverb and all that stuff. There's echo in this microphone. But, I'm working on the room, okay? But, hey, the next microphone that I'm going to be showing you right now, or you're going to be listening to, the MKH 50. Now, it's perfectly at home indoors, okay? It's designed to be indoors. So let's switch over to that, and let's hear how it sounds compared to the MKH 416. Okay, so this is the MKH 50. Now, before I really get to diving into this microphone, which is not going to be a lot, the whole setup's changed. It's actually Thanksgiving Day, so you're going to hear maybe people in the background a little bit. Lighting has changed. I'm saying that because this has the lowest self-noise, the MKH 50 does, but it may not appear that way simply because, one, I have a brand new light here, the Amaran 300C. The freaking fan is super loud. I have the Atomos Ninja V Plus or 5 Plus. I don't even know what it's called, but that has a fan in it, and it's super loud, and it's actually close to this microphone. So that's what you're going to be hearing in the background. You're not going to be hearing, that's not self noise of the MKH 50. That's actually this microphone picking up the fans of the Amaran 300C and the Atomos Ninja 5 Plus. So yeah, okay. This is a $1,200 microphone. If I would assume if you have the budget for the 416, you would have the budget for this one. Which one should you decide to pick up? I'm not sure. All I can say is this is a great microphone for indoor use. If all you're going to be doing is being indoors, doing YouTube videos, documentaries, and things like that, hey, just, this is a great microphone. Like I said before, you can use the 416. But this microphone is a lot more forgiving. Now you're gonna notice this has a lot of warmth to it. Well, it doesn't have an interference tube. That's what makes it great for indoor use. But also, you're getting some of that proximity effect with this microphone because, one, it's super close to my face. The capsule to capture sound is super close to my face, so it's gonna sound a heck of a lot more warmer than the other microphones. But the great thing about it, and I forgot to mention, the MKE 600 has this as well. This has a bass roll off. I would normally probably use that when it's this close to my face, but everything that you've heard today has been with no EQ. I have not switched on anything different. This is just straight raw audio from all the microphones, okay? So, MKH 50. I hope you've enjoyed these little quick snippets of the audio from these microphones. If we need to do a more in-depth, which I don't know if you would really need that. There's so many comparison videos out there. I just wanted to do one for 2023, and I'm still kind of getting used to making videos, okay? And I'm still testing what this background and this whole office is going to be. So it's going to change like plenty of times. All right, okay, MKH 50, last microphone. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one. This is just a great sounding microphone.